The tectonics. Okay, what are we going to do today? The plan, I guess, is to continue to pack in those boxes. Right, that's done. I believe there's an auction. I haven't been there for ages on the morrow, and I'm gonna go. Yes, it should be on. So yeah, I'm off to the countryside on the morrow, and we'll hopefully they're there, and hopefully it's all just the way it normally is, and then we'll see, because there's a particular thing I'm looking for, and I know they've got them. So that's that. Right, I better pump out some push-ups, and it's not a bad place to do that. Okie dokie, let's just lose my the D fell off. No, this is a real deal highway toll booth officer. I went to highway, I popped this on the last second. Oh yeah, popped it on. There was an old bloke there in the booth. He knew what this was, man. Isn't that cool? I've got firefighter, all kinds of dudes. It's kind of like I'm impersonating a person. There's always something. I was hoping to pump out 5 boxes more and get them to the Yubin Kyoku. That's our post office this very day. Doesn't really matter if I do it early next week or whatever. But it turns out yesterday, see, a few weeks back, this thing decided it didn't want to be part of this rig anymore. See, these don't have any of these plastic dealy wheelies. That would solve the issue real quick. But what happened, I had all these weeds. I just had to cut all that down because I reversed into it, and this unit here came out, and as I drove off, that all got caught up in here yesterday. So the plan is, I snid that back in there. Plan is to see if I can wrangle some zip ties or something and put all this back together. I think we can go there. Okay, we'll be alright. And get that sorted out. Get that back on too. Because if that all comes off and decides to hook up in here, so I'm driving a fair way on the morrow, so that is always something. Right, okay, let's get to this and solve that issue. Zip tie it will be. Still might be able to make it. We'll see how it goes. Okay, I'm just in the throes of dismantling this thingy majiggy here, and right, so I'll take off, right, there's that, these will come off. I'll have to take that off, and yeah, rad, eh? Absolutely freaking rad, radalicious. And it's just cool. I've got a few of these dealy wheelies around here someplace. Got another one that's really rad down here. Dragon whips his tail. Dragon and tigers. Dragon and tigers. Yeah. Whip their tails. Tigers, man. I'm gonna take that tiger flag too. Okay. What's we got here? That's yeah. Who's this dude? That's Daikokuten, I think. That's he's looking a bit phallic, really. Shit. Throw that away. Is that wood? Yeah. Yeah, that's a Showa Yonjunanen. So March 20th of let's see now, 1972, I believe. And go. I think there's another awesome one. Oh yes, dragon. What's his tail? There's another one in there. Nice. Yeah. Some wedding wigs up there, geisha wigs. Hey, there's Ninja San. Hey, Ninja San. Oi, how's it going? Nice to see you again. Alright. Got some awesome antiquity saws down there. Right then. Just re-evaluating what the hell I've got hanging about here. Okay, right. Now, continue. Can't say I made a whole lot of headway. I only really got that one big box sorted out. So, I figure formulating a plan would be better. Now, at one stage, so there's a certain, I do that a lot, don't I? I'm talking about, so then I have to jump back in the explanations. Oh, the chess group, hang on, they're all texting me and texting everybody. Alright. Oh, they're cool. They're going to show up. I texted back. They're going to get together tomorrow, but in town. But I've got an auction house I've got to go to. Alright, they sent back business calls. Yes, that's true. Okay. Now, here's the plan. There's certain sizes, weight restrictions, and stuff like that. In Terra Australis, the soon-to-be Terra Australis. Now, so actually, most countries they handle 30 kilos through the postal service, but Australia has gone to 20 kilos. Yeah. Now, I couldn't, as far as jigs and fixtures are concerned, nah, I just, in the world of tool making, we had, as apprentices, one side was press tool, one side was plastics, and you make these metal dies, they're called, to produce plastic parts. On one side, that was our side, and the other side they make press tools, which they make these tool things, and then send them out for hardening, and then they'll press out through these big presses. It might be inner bumper bar parts or whatever, but they got to make the thing, the jig, the tool, the jig, the thing to create that opposite thingy majiggy, and I could never. Anyways, now I got hold of, due to weights and measures, I got hold of a whole bunch of freebie, even like this stuff. I got hundreds of dollars worth of, I had more, of this sheet ply stuff, right? It's all treated and stuff, so you can send it through postal service and all. Now, and this bloke had this factory, warehouse thing, and they were unpacking all these boxes, all these deliveries, and they had all these tremendous amount of boxes that they would send out for recycling. Mobs would come and pick them up, and I said, this bloke, oh, can I have some? He said, yeah, take as much as you like. I had heaps of it. Now, these things, alright, so there's that. So I got them for freebies. That's what you got to do in this land. You got to, you know, you got to scavenge. Now, what I did was I made up this jig, alright, this thingamajiggy here, and what I do is I slide that in those boxes, and then form around, alright, and then it comes up with a 1 centimeter under math, the max size, and then providing I don't go over 20 kilos, we're good to rock and roll. Now, what I'm thinking of, due to certain thingy-majiggies, such as this, for instance, the cornery thingy-majiggies there. How's that, eh? These dragons. That's the Emperor's seal. This is rat. And this, I might stick the helmety part, which I disassembled inside one of these or something. I've got a box full of those. There's another one up there. I think I might have 8 of them. Used to have quite a few suits too. Can't believe some of the stuff I used to have. Anyways, now. So what I plan to do is chop up a bunch of this stuff and then use them as side walls. That way I can chuck in a bunch of these thingamajiggies and not have to worry about them piercing the boxes. See? So like that one too. So that's the current plan. So it's coming along. It will be next week, I think. Priorities. I'd love to go and just play chess and not worry about it all, but get that rig sorted out, fix that thing up the front there. Don't want that flapping around and whew, disappearing on the highway to hell. Right, get that sorted out. Okay. The tunny fella hasn't shown up in days. He must be just hung over or whatever. It could be to do with the humidity. It's not so bad today. Alright, let me just straighten that up a bit and righto, chop up a bunch of this stuff and keep continuing to soldier on. Yawn. What's yawn again in Hong Kong? Anyways, I'm currently removing the screws and dismantling and all that. Yeah, this method is excellent. Fashion. You know, so I've got all those thingamajiggies carved up and taped in there and all that. Wow. Aren't these cool? Which clan? That's the chrysanthemum, isn't it? There's the Emperor's seal deal there. Yeah, groovy displays, eh? I used to actually have real stuff. Anyways, I could get real stuff again. Just need dough. Now, these are rad. Which, just unscrewed this one. I'm going to take this one out. Which clan were these? This design attributed to? Tried to say that word and yawn at the same time. Now, okay, so the plan is I've been able to put a couple in one go in these thingy-majiggies, so that's working. Getting there, on around the back there, that's rad. That's a big one. Maybe I'll have to put that big one and that big one together because they're a bit lighter. Yes, let me do some math. Just radalicious. Should work out okay. Lock that one up around underneath there. The tassel came off on that one. Very radalicious. That's iron. That's real heavy, that one. That one's aluminum. Aluminum. I reckon I might be able to wrangle that and that together in that. That might work. It's starting to fade away and all that. Fade away! Like my YouTube channel was, huh? It's when I started talking about political stuff years ago, and you know, my YouTube channel was going and started talking about political stuff, and then it's flatline, you know. Oh, isn't that just coincidental? Like loads of people got kicked off. And I find even at this day and age, like I'll comment on something, you log out and log back in, that comment it's just vanished. But essentially, whatever. What am I even talking about? It's just my view count's pathetic, but I don't care. This is a documentation of me and what I do, you see. So that's for the most part. And I find that I spend so much more time on Rumble now, right? what was I watching today? Someone gifted me a subscription to this Drew Hernandez, his thing on Rumble, his what do you call it, vlog or whatever, his show, and God, talk about based, fucking based. Oh, that was a laugh. Just the comment section reeling off. That was a laugh for sure. But essentially, I just sort of stuck around, had my coffee, and just figured I'm gonna go and do something, you know, instead of spending so much time giving a shit about what's going on in the world. These are wing nuts under here. I can lock those up. I must have loosened that off for some reason at some stage. There's a wing nut under there. Okay, dismantle all of this, dismantle this, chuck them in there, and then figure this out, and then we'll continue on the quest. Turns out that one of these studs decided to come out instead of the nut. And I figured, oh yeah, well, I thought I had broken the thing initially. But no, it's just the stud. Okay, they've got a bit of an end there where you can tighten them up. And then I figured, alright, I might have to drill it and tap it, but I won't have to. And then I was like, do I even have taps? Got to be 4mm. Oh yeah, I do have the taps. There's a 4mm in there. Right there, 4mm. And then found, oh, there's another tap in there. What's that? 6mm, I guess. I should. That's my tap section. And then I got some 4mm nuts, which I believe are 4mm nuts. And I went to whack on this thread to create put a couple of nuts on it, and make them, lock them together, and then I can loosen this one off. Only to find that this thread, I don't know. I question as to what this thread is. So, the plan. No one cares about this story. Yeah, what I was saying earlier, you know, about my shadow banning, and this is what, 316, or what do they call that bloody bulldog? Is that Whitworth? I doubt it, but it's... Anyways, yeah, the shadow banning and the, you know, all that shit. Whatever. Okay, now, the suppression. Right, I'm gonna fix this. Been doing some tinking. One of these drums has got like a bit of a slice in the ox hide. I was thinking, one of these days, I'll tell you, if I don't sell them online to someone in the States or whatever, I wouldn't mind getting those to Australia. And I'll tell you, if I took them to a saddle person, or whatever they call them. What do you call the horse doctors, the farriers? You know, I think the saddlery dudes have got some fancy name, and they've probably got some dealy wheelies that they can put in and hook and then sew that section up. I think it's just fine. It's going to be fine for us in another century, but that'd be really rad to have that. Oh, this is nice. That'd be really rad. I reckon definitely they'd have that sort of thing. And they could deal with that. Yeah. Reminds me of these saddles. I had a couple of saddles up here. I decided to I couldn't send them anywhere because you can't send them through the postal service or whatever, or the air freighter, because of animal products or whatever. You know, they're like 100 years old. One of them, it was dated. It had like these things on it. It was from the it was military, 1930s. It was Japanese, right? Both Japanese. And I just burn it. I had half a ton of awesome ceramics. Space is the commodity. I mean, and just beautiful. I had all these beautiful ceramic things, just really nice stuff. Some of it was just nutty tuck and they're worth freaking thousands. Some things I just decided I just can't throw it. But half a ton. Yeah, we went to this place that the Chinese aren't buying the stuff anymore. Something to do with their containers. They're having issues, and just I threw half a ton away there, and we got like $50 each. You know, some beautiful stuff. I'm like, nah, I'm not letting that go. This is hand painted. This thing here is from like, that's the Meiji period. That's 1870, something like that. Some things are just, oh, some bug. But yeah, some of the stuff I threw away, man, I tell you. And like this awesome Tansu thing, I had it on the internet for like a year. It was over there. The base was like 200 kilos, and the see if I can give this bug a chance to get out of here. And the top section, I mean, this thing was huge. It was from the late Edo Meiji period, so yeah, around 1870s or so, and it was all here. It's great big huge thing, Tansu they're called, and I had it up on the net for years, and about a week after an event happened, because it was here, it started to get the due to the heat and expansion, it needed a bit of work, not too much, but because the doors were starting to be difficult to slide and all that, and it was just really awesome thing, huge. It was 2-piece thing, 200 kilo bottom, 150 kilo top. In fact, I took those doors off and brought the truck in, and there was like that much space or less. It kind of rubbed actually, didn't it, on the pillars or whatever, and I was able to get the rig in. I made up this ramp for it. I took it to this auction house, and no one wanted to deal with it, and I was like, right, what do I do with it? And so this lady, a Gaijin savage just like myself, contacted me and said, oh, we've got a truck and we're north of Tokyo, coming down to pick it up, and I'd burnt it a week prior to that, yeah. And this other awesome thing, this Kamidana, which is just awesome, the Shinto shrine thing, I had it on, did I have it on top of it? Yeah, just awesome it was, and burnt that. Can't believe some of the things I have had to, and also other people have thrown away. Oh my, like, I'm just, my stuff is minuscule to what I've seen. These bloody bugs, man. Yeah, I think they're those wasps that get other bugs and suck their juices out while they're alive. They're real nasty bastards. I hear tell. There's another one up there. They love the lights for some reason. Turn the lights off and hopefully they'll disappear. Yeah, you can't believe some of the shit that I've seen getting thrown out. Oh. People don't believe in heroes anymore. I say we'll give them back their heroes. See ya, thief. I believe a man can only do what he can do until his destiny is revealed. Some rad units there. Right. Okay, that's yeah. Oh man. But you know, you feel down about it, or you could, because I have in the past felt really pain of that, just like throwing away, destroying art. Eventually you just like, you know, just don't let it hurt you. Fuck it, you know. Alright, what have we got here now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now we need 10 So I'll have to send them out early on next week for the Waribiki. Now Waribiki is the best Japanese word they have. You don't need any of the other words. Just forget all of that. Waribiki. It's Waribiki. I think that's it. Wakibiki, waki, wooby, booby, or whatever. And it means discount. See? So if you send 10 boxes via the same method of transport, be it the air freighty things or the sea freight in this case, you get 10% off. Yeah. Waribiki. I ain't worried about the Waribiki. Okie dokie. Next part of the plan. That's a part of. See, I should write stuff down and then get around the things. Now, what I'm going to do is get some. So that other spot we had was good for put the rig in there, and there'd be a space on the concrete. I could roll in there now, but I'm not paying rent in that other spot anymore. I could, and then there's absolutely no one here. It wouldn't really matter. It's my buddy's place anyway, so it's not going to matter. I'm thinking I just need somewhere nice where I can get underneath the rig and not have to lay down on rocks and shit. Yeah, let's have a look. If he's got some space, I'll do it. It's too dirty to roll in there. Got some overalls, a bit bloody warm to put some overalls on. Right, I figure if there's no space, I'll just I'll go like the local hardware store. Just got to get some. I've got zip ties. Just check the size of those. Compare them to the holes. Let's see what we got here. Yeah, a bit too much shit in the way. Sort of swing in. Alright, bugger it, I'll just go to the old school table saw. I'll just go to the local hardware store and deal with it in the car park. That's what we're gonna have to do. Right. Yeah, those guys, I haven't seen them in a few days. One of them's probably, he's got scheduled holidays. The other bloke, I haven't seen him around for days. He's usually on some mission or he's just drunk. Wow, when was the last time I got drunk? Shit, what is that? What are we now? Mid-June. 1 year, 3 months, 1 year and 3.5 months, I think. I did have, I tried a 0.5 can of beer that they had here. This is about 7 months ago. It was quite reasonable, and then that shop didn't sell them anymore. Yeah, fix that. Right now, that's the plan. There's 2 pieces that need to, because all this shit, that's what ripped it off. So I had to get in there this morning to do that. These are broken. If only I had some more. What do they call these dealy wheelies? If I had some more of them, we wouldn't have this issue. What do you call these thingamajiggies? Alright, so I'll just get that and get some, hopefully some zip ties. And hopefully we can get in there to some holes. And then that other piece looks like it's going to slide in here. We can work it out. I'll wash that off on here. But we can work it out. Righto. Now I'll put these dealy wheelies. So it's just these dealies here that broke away. That's what caused the calamity. Now these dealy wheelies are in the section that I'm going to get around and whacking those plugs in the rig. I believe they're the same type. Or I just got them for free and they're brand new and I don't even know if that's... But anyways, these are to-do sections. Now, okay, so we've got some zip ties. this thingy-majiggy. I tell ya. And now, a word from our sponsors. How's it going? Yeah, mate. Parker PJ Extra Mild Sterner Ratchet X. Tell ya, this is one of the greatest acquisitions. I'm in acquisitions. Hold on, Dora. What's the name of this brand here? Tetsuwan Scissors GT. Yeah, Tetsu means metal. Tetsuwan Scissors GT. These things are just rad. These are my sponsors now. Because my YouTube channel's never been, censored. Now, right then, these dealy wheelies, check this out. You go like this, and it's got a sheath and everything. Look at this. And you lock that in there. And there you go. They're like, that's something Rambo uses. He's like, Shah! And shoves that in your temple. Shah! Yeah. Now these are, in all seriousness, these are kind of amazing. They'll cut a lot of, they're like wire cutters in a way. Now, here's the plan. A few of these I'll run out of this size dealy wheelies, but these can whack a couple in here. Take this should be all the equipment that I need to put the rig back on the road. Now, okay, so I'll drive down to the road. I'll drive down to the local hardware store, and that way I can get under the rig without dirtying myself up too much. And then chucking out a dirty Sanchez or something like that. Don't look into that. Now, okie dokie. Now we do that. No one's listening to this shit anyway, so that's good. Eventually that one's going to come off. Right, so that sounds like a plan. Still rocking the ice tyres. You gotta do that around here. All the bloody nidgies and what do you call them? Coogies, screws and nails. Now, nedgy a screw, nails a coogie. Okay, now the plan is to. There's that many holes around here, those bugs will get out anyway. You go out there. There we go. Alright, now, that's the freaking plan. Go and get that sorted out. Bra might be at the beach again tonight. He was there last night. What I might do is, if he's there, I might roll up with the Stratego game, which is kind of like chess in a way, I guess, sort of, not really, but and it's really fun. And I'll just say to him, hey, because he's seething. He had me on the ropes in chess, and it was a total fail. But next day he's like, hey, I'm at the beach, he wants to play. And so I'm going to go down there with the Stratego games. Hey, I've got this big, it's a big box, right? So the game's in a big box. So I'll go, oh man, yeah, I've got the even bigger chess set. He's like, oh really? It's very easy to learn the rules, and it's a lot of fun. So yeah, see, this is what you do. It's the little things in life. Yeah, the little things in life. Okay, so that one of those dealy wheelies made it into that one. So I reckon that, maybe that. That's actually going to be a bit of a hassle. The base of that one. Yeah, I'm getting there. I reckon with 2 boxes, I should be able to get bam, 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 bam. That's not going to happen, is it? No, that's not going to happen. That just, no one gives a shit about this story. But we're getting there. Yeah. So love to sort of have this stuff in Australia, but Australia, our sort of, we're on the arse end of the cultural world, so no one will know what that thing is. Or if hundreds of years old, these things, and that's one's probably shit. That one there, the one behind, crazy old. But they just sort of, it's just a rock, you know. That's an old school, that's an old school depiction of a map of Japan. That's really groovy. That's an old sake jug, and they are too. I really like them. These are too. Sake kegs. Real deal, old school. It's like 1930s. Something like that. In fact, one of them I could date to before 1926. It was in the Taisho period due to the direction of the script. Yes, anyways, no one's watching this shit. Right, time to go. In which war has been their occupation for 1,000 years. Hey! How did I just get transposed into this? What's going on here? What? What am I doing here? Some kind of birds are around here. Ooh! Oops. Right then, what am I doing here? Ooh! Some reason I've been transported into here. Maybe Musashi's around. He might be around here somewhere. Let's go. Uh-oh. Musashi. He's got the Nito. Oh, shit. They said he was a good swordsman. Huh. Meh. See? This thingamajigger had this with me, so he was no match for that. Alright, so he's sorted out. Now, I reckon this would be a nice little spot to see if we can solve this issue. This place here, there used to be a convenience store, like a mum and pop style, and they used to have vegetables from these local farms, and great, it was really cheap, and like just directly from the farms. And there's farms around the back there too, right? And now this bloke told me he started to fall into ill health, so he decided to retire. But what a pity, I used to come by here and every now and again I'd buy his stuff, you know. Alright, now let us see what we can do about this particular issue. Did that rhyme? Yeah! Alright, not hanging on by much now, right? There you are. Up there, and silly Veggie over here. I do believe I've already put a zip tie in here. Now, if we have a look at the other side, and how this particular thingy-majiggy is configured, the configuration, alright, see around here, like that kid's got a helmet on, he's a schoolie. Now, around here, because the speeds are generally a bit higher, they have to wear helmets, but they don't generally have to, unless they change the rules. In the more metropolitan kind of areas. Alright, what's the go with this one? This looks a little bit on the different side now, doesn't it? Alright, I'll have to figure majiggy. I'll be back. Right, well, there's a little bit, I figured I'll spend a little bit more time and make it a little bit better than shit, so that's okay. Got no idea where that other piece of cowling's supposed to go. Is it even from this rig? Did it just get caught up under there? That thing's sort of moved around a bit over the years too. Did it just like make its way in there and then decide to be a part of my rig? I don't know. It seemed to have fallen off, but maybe one's fallen off from this side, and then I can't quite configure it. Maybe these bigger ice tyres got caught on and decided they didn't want it there anymore. Now, if I had some of these doovers, what are these dealies called? These dealy wheelies. I keep racking them up. If I had some of those dealy wheelies, my kingdom for some dealy wheelies, I think that would do the job. Alright, that's good enough. Right, now let's see if we can get back in the car. Oh shit, I've locked the keys in the car, you know. It's okay, right. Okay. Clean enough. We shall continue. Yeah. This week on Vice-Grip Garage.
Elemental forces caused the egg to hatch. From it then came a stone monkey. The nature of monkey was irrepressible.